Okay, in this video we're going to look at the Korean Zombie's nice, what we call inner forearm with shoulder suppression, or kind of a modified Darce choke position in his fight with Dustin Poirier at the recent UFC event. Brilliant position to hit off the scramble, one of my personal favourites from here. The fight hits into a sprawl position from here on the ground, and immediately the Korean Zombie feeds the hand through on this side on the armpit. Feeds it right through, so he's coming through onto the opposite side of the neck here with the inner forearm. So this is why we refer to it as inner forearm with your opponent's shoulder suppression position, because we are going inner forearm on one side and shoulder on the other side from here. So feeding it right through like this. Then at this point you've got multiple ways to finish. In this instance, his opponent rolls away from him like this from here. He's got a couple of different ways he can finish this. We would usually recommend coming down heavy on this arm from here, putting the pressure onto the shoulder, squeezing the shoulder down into the side of the neck. The inner forearm's nicely in place under here anyway, and finishing like that. But what the Korean Zombie does in this point is offset it slightly more around the head. So rather than putting the pressure on the arm and squeezing the shoulder down, what he does is he puts the pressure on the back of the head and squeezes the head into the choke or the suppression, as we would call it. So he's here, person rolls over onto their side, and from this position he comes behind the head a little bit more with his body and squeezes this way with his body position, driving Charlie's head into the suppression from there. So I'll do this very loose for a second. So if you imagine that arm through, this one from here, and then me driving the chest this way down and into it. So it's tightening everything up in this direction. Slightly less pressure on the shoulder than there would be if we were doing it the other way around, drilling down onto their side in a more typical kind of Darce choke position, but much more locked up around the neck. So a nice little modification, interesting one to look at. So we're here for the finish like this. The arms are locked up as normal, just coming in behind the head and finishing with pressure down on the head this way and drilling in rather than down onto the top of the arm from there. So on the scramble, the most important thing is just recognising this under the arm position is a great one. So from here he offsets himself slightly this way, feeds that arm right through, gets it locked up quickly. Whichever way this person moves, he's got options. He moves this way, he comes in, locks it this way for the finish from there. Shoulder on one side, inner forearm on the other side. So that's the Korean Zombie's slightly modified Darce choke at the recent UFC event. Nice little place to finish from a scramble.